I said congratulations, you're on tonight. This is the end of the road for you. The show ends here today.
Whoa! Now, first of all, you know I told you so. Now, let the games begin.
Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
If I broke down, I mean, like that song has been everywhere. It has been running, raving everywhere in people's brains. I just have to just bring it in. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One, talking about the Nigerian Idol. Like, if you missed this episode, I don't know. Well, let me give you a recap. Don't worry, that's why I'm here. The first of all, let's talk about room 1, room 2, and room 3. Remember last week I talked about the fact that the contestants were divided into 3 rooms, and like I predicted, I was right. I deserve my flowers. Now Dibanj and Obiasika come up, and then they go into room 1, and then they congratulated them, telling them that they made it to the next stage.
I said congratulations, you're on tonight.
Now they went on to room 2.
Unfortunately, I have to let you know, this is the end of the road for you. The show ends here today.
And like I predicted, they didn't make it, but majorly it was Joy's mood for me. Honestly, you know, looking at the whole thing, even as they were divided into these rooms, you know, they will be there praying and hoping that low-key somehow they actually make it to the next stage. So I could understand why Joy broke down so much, and I really wish her all the best. In fact, I wish all of them the best. Now going on to room 3, like I predicted as well, even though I didn't get it 100%. Nicholas from the comment section, I remember you said something in the comment section last week. You can see that I'm correct. Those in room 3, some were picked to go on to the next stage, while some were asked to go home.
If you were called up and you're standing up, unfortunately, you're going home. The rest of you sitting down, you've made it to the next one.
Now in total we have 50 contestants. Now moving on to the next day of the theatre week, these guys were divided into pairs. Like I said last week, they were asked to perform duets. Now these guys were also asked to pick songs randomly. No, if you don't pick the right song for yourself, I'm sorry, you have to move on. Now talking about the judges, we had Obiasika, the band, and of course Simi was back, and the games of course began. Now talking about the very first duet that we had for this episode, I was blown. I was blown. We had Chisom and Precious. Apparently Precious was like, you know what, I'm scared, I don't know the song and all of that, but there's something about teamwork. These guys came and they delivered. You know what was going on in my mind? I was looking at Simi and I was like, Simi, what's going on? Because they're singing your husband's song. You know, in your mind, you'll be like, you not sing it well. You're supposed to go high here, go low here. However, these guys made it to the next stage. Now, still talking about teamwork, we go on to the next duet.
And I told you when you left me.
See, for Azuka and Kevin, apparently, yes, the judges were not impressed. But what I saw there was a kind of ego problem. Honestly, I saw that these guys were not just ready to just work together, because we are hearing things like, how can somebody not know Labrin's jealous and this one is not singing well, all of that. It's a duet. We know that at the end of the day, it boils down to you and then the competition. But this time, for you to move to the next stage, you will bury everything. In fact, be the person's best friend, be the person's lover, anything that you can be, just move on to the next stage. And that was what Kelvin and Azuka could not do. And unfortunately, both of them were out of the competition.
Suddenly, he was just so disconnected, and that kills the mood.
You see this next one? This next one felt like, you know, those couples that they are married and after 2 weeks they're going for therapy. Honestly, that was what it felt like. The next pair was Lamood and Collins. And from the beginning, Lamood was like, no, Collins is not feeling my mood and all of that. But let's look at their performance. Yeah, honestly, I think that they did well, but the judges were not impressed. And then out of Lamood and Collins made it to the next stage, and then Lamood was asked to go home. Let me tell you, when you hear Befun, like, you're supposed to give these people this, like, give them this thing. These guys blew not just my mind, but the minds of the judges. Presenting, ladies and gentlemen, Debbie and Progress.
Fix what I've broken. Oh, I can need you to see.
Beautiful rendition. Even when Obiatika was like, I could feel the chemistry between you and Progress and Debbie. I was like, Baba, calm down. It's a competition. They're just trying to like work their way to the next stage, because I was like, are you guys lovers? The fact that Debbie was not feeling too well and then she was able to pull that off was beautiful. It was a short performance, but it was really good. Now moving on to the next performance.
I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forgive.
Congratulations to Chukwuka, honestly, because he was in the last season, that was season 6, and watching him perform, I can say that his confidence level is really good. He himself and Savior made it to the next stage.
Tell me all you felt was heartbreak and misery.
When these guys came up, I was really wondering, I was like, okay, what's going to happen, especially for Ochiora, because the ticket or the song that made Ochiora come into this particular stage was a country song. So I was really wondering how he was going to pull that off, but he did, and congratulations to two of them. They made it to the next stage. But just like Dibanj said, Dibanj advised Ochiora and said, you know what, try your best to see how you can not just sing country music but other songs, because you will need it in the competition. And I feel that Ochiora, in case you're watching this, or Ochiora's friends, should really encourage him to do so, because it gets tougher. You see this next performance, this one, Itoha and Jordan, it just makes me understand that sometimes judging is not easy. While watching the duet, I was thinking that, oh God, I've seen it all. But when Itoha and Jordan climbed that stage, it was over. Beautiful. I'm like, how are they gonna move? Itoha and the fact that these guys are really young. Itoha is like 17. I was just blown away. Nigerians and talent. Well, I don't know. See, let me know what you think about the performance in the comment section, guys, because I don't even know. There's Progress, there's Itoha, there's Isioma, there's Zadok. There's a lot of people. I'm just like, what happened? Oh my God. But just as we have the good, we also have the bad. We had Ayo come up.
For you can do whatever.
Ikemefuna and Ayo didn't make it. And then moving on to other duets, we had Banti. Banti made it, Wisdom didn't. Joel and Matthew made it. Now the last duet for the night was Abigail and Gerald. Honestly, beautiful. Like I said before, you just think that you are seeing everything, and then you will move on to the next performance and you're like, the judges have spoken, and then we move on to the next stage of the performance. Now these guys have been streamlined to 35. From 50 we have 35, and the next stage will be to compete to make it to the top 10. Let me know in the comment section, who are you rooting for? Who are you feeling? Who are you vibing with right now? Honestly, I don't even know who I'm vibing with, because these guys are all bringing their games to this game, and I can't just wait to see what's going to happen in the next stage. All I know is that it gets more intense as we move forward. Guys, I say thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Lucy's Quick One. I got you with more right here on this channel. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I was thinking, probably sometime I would have some fans or some people who just want to comment about the Nigerian Idol on the channel. I'm still thinking about that. But till then, guys, do take care of yourself and remember to enjoy every moment.